What's up everybody, today we're planning your next trip or your first trip to Southeast Asia. Hit that intro. Okay, so the best time to start planning your next holiday is as soon as you come back from your previous holiday. This way you will be motivated throughout the year, as well as having enough time to save and work on your budget. Okay, so budgeting is probably the most important thing of planning a holiday in Southeast Asia. This will affect what country, how many destinations, when can you go, and for how long can you go. What level of luxury are you planning on staying in? What stuff are you planning on doing, like relaxing or different activities? Okay, so how do we budget? When traveling you have four main expenses. Okay, number 1, transportation. Number 2, accommodation. Number 3, food and drink. Finally, number 4. Number 4 is everything else. Everything that's not a daily expense. So let's start with the first one, transportation. Transportation includes getting there and also getting around. The plane ticket there is always the highest expense of traveling. There are a few ways of trying to keep the cost of a plane ticket down, but there's no way around it that is the highest expense of traveling. The first thing you can try is going in off season, if this is possible. The price of a plane ticket will be less because less people are going on holiday and airlines want to avoid having empty seats on their flights. The second thing you can do is to check out TravelStart. They actually run a lot of promotions and you can have it sent to your email. But the main reason I like TravelStart is because of their app. It's called Flap, F-L-A-P, and you can download it from the Play Store. And in the app you can choose your airport you're flying from and your destination, as well as your desired dates. Instead of choosing search, this is important. You should say find best price plus or minus 3 days, and this will show you when is the cheapest time to fly around your dates, and this will save you a ton of money. The thing about transportation, on getting around, this depends on where you go. Everywhere is different. Some places have excellent public transport. Other places you'll need to rent a scooter. You'll unfortunately have to do some research before you go on the specific place that you're going to. What is the best and cheapest way to get around? So third thing about budgeting, accommodation. Accommodation can be super cheap or super expensive depending on the luxury you're planning on staying in. You can stay at like a hostel, which is like $3, or you can stay at like luxury hotel, about $70 a night. Book your accommodation far in advance or even a day before, depending if it's high season or low season. The one thing I really recommend doing, booking according to location rather than price, because it's no fun being far away of everything. You're traveling, you want to do stuff, you want to be in the middle of everything, you want to be in a good location, you want to be close to the beach. And having to travel far is gonna work you out more expensive and you're gonna waste a lot more time. For booking accommodation or just checking the prices, I recommend this site called booking.com. Where's my phone? They've got this nice app where you can search your location and sort according to distance, popularity, stars, deals of the day, and price from high to low. As you can filter stuff. If you really want Wi-Fi, you can tick it on, it has to have Wi-Fi. You can choose your price range. You can set if you want breakfast to be included. You can choose what property type. Does it need to be a hotel? Can it be a hostel, a guest house, or a homestay? This will help you narrow down your choices and make it easier to choose a place. Food in Southeast Asian countries is normally very cheap. A very important thing to note is their portions are very small. So if you're a big eater, you're gonna need to order like 2 plates or something, so you need to budget for that. So like anywhere else in the world, depending on where you eat, the price will differ. So if you will eat at a fancy restaurant like next to the beach or something, the prices will be super high. The prices will automatically be very high. But if you eat where the locals eat, like, I don't mean like street food, like solid street, but like street food, but local restaurants next to the road, then you pay what the locals pay, and then the prices of the food will be so much lower. Okay, so drinking in Southeast Asia, in my experience, can get expensive unless you're fine with drinking beer. But like the hard liquor is way more expensive than I'm used to in South Africa, unless you go for like cocktail specials or like a bucket. And then you have everything else. These are like daily expenses that you need to consider, like shopping, tours, and visa. Some countries are visa free and others are visa on arrival. It depends on where you're from, so you actually need to research this. For me, because I'm South African, I can go to places like Thailand, Indonesia, and 102 different other countries where I don't need to pay a visa. This is normally limited for around 30 days. Okay, that's the end of this video. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm planning a lot more videos like this one where I will calculate daily rates for specific countries. So hit that subscribe button if you want to find out more. Okay, bye.